You are behind a secret door that is to your south. To the north, you know there is another one. You see the backside of it. You guys haven't opened it. It doesn't look like anybody has been in this room in many, many years. It's dust is everywhere and a few cobwebs here and there. But
So
other
really,
than
this
that,
is just a hidden corridor.
mm,
Got it. So, have we heard anything to the north?
no, you haven't heard anything since you guys closed yourself in this section.
Okay. So I'm guessing we're going north then. Any objections?
Don't want me to check it for traps just in case.
No, but I would like uh, Miramar to get some healage before we do anything because he's in the red.
Do I get healing from a long rest as well or no?
We did watches.
Right. If
That's
you,
right.
yeah, if you hadn't have done a watch, been one of the watch persons, you could. So Baez and actually, Robbie, you can do that. You get your little short little or small little rest heal if you haven't already done that. I don't think you have. I did it for Baez already.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. How do I target Miramar to heal?
You can control left click on his token in the combat tracker, or you can just drag and drop it directly on his section in the combat tracker. Is that not working for you?
I had to switch over to the right spell.
Go 10-point heal.
Nice. All right, now he's back in the yellow with the rest of us.
Get that out of order, but there it is.
Everybody gets to
Oh,
hear
I
it.
forgot to log in clean feed.
So is Garton going to examine the door?
Yes, I will. Let me give you a roll in the tower.
You do not find anything that looks like a trap. All you need to do is pull the little bottom part of the door to open it up.
All right. I'll take a listen just to see if I hear anything behind the door.
You don't hear anything. Sounds pretty quiet.
All right. I point out the mechanism to open the door and say, I don't believe it's trapped. There's how you open it.
Okay, I'll step forward and take on the responsibility of opening the and activate the mechanism and push forward.
All right. Door slowly grinds open because it's kind of stone. And opens up into a 30-foot diameter polished black wall room. And then you can see it opens up into another room just north of that that's slightly smaller. Let me make sure I got this right.
It's the Frosty the Snowman room.
It is, isn't it?
With a very angry scowl on his face.
The room that you are in, the floor in the center. Let me see if I can grab that orange thing and bring it up here so I can kind of indicate where we're at. That's not what I wanted to do. It's kind of about there. Is the floor kind of sinks in, and then there's kind of like this opposing stone chairs within it. Yeah, and there's a faint blue glow in the room.
Does the glow to appear to come from any particular source?
Yes, and you look up and you can see there's some kind of fungus or lichen or something that's kind of giving off a phosphorescent blue glow from the ceiling.
And the only thing we see in the center of the lowered section, or the only thing we see in that lowered section, are two opposing chairs.
Yeah, they look like chairs. I mean, they don't have a back or anything. It's, they're square and they're kind of a little elongated and they're opposite each other in the middle. Yeah, they're kind of low.
Okay. I'll step in the room, but not into the lowered section, just on the outside, and start to walk around, going counterclockwise, and kind of looking for any additional features. That's clockwise.
Yeah, no, I'm just moving you guys into that room to indicate that's where you're at.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Checking something. So the walls are obsidian, which is not normal, and it is smooth, which again you haven't seen before. But there is no markings on the walls or anything.
Gartner's going to check to see if there is a way to open that secret door from this side before we close it.
Okay. You can't see how you would open it. From this side. You can't find any mechanism.
There was rubble in the other room, correct? Where the sturges were?
Hmm?
I'm going to go get something that will block the door open.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Rock, whatever.
Yeah, just stick it in the little corner or the
yeah, just to keep it from closing all the way.
Yeah. But yeah, other than the center part of the room, everything else just looks kind of plain.
Okay, so no markings or anything on the floor, in between the chairs, on the chairs, anything like that I can see from.
No, not from where you're at.
And how much lower is the center of the room than the outside circle?
It's probably about half a foot deeper.
Okay,
not that deep.
Is it a drop off like a stair, or is it ramped to go?
It's a drop off like a stair.
Okay. All right, I'll step down into the center, around where one of the chairs is, and take a look closer at one of the chairs to see if I see any markings or can figure out what it may be.
Okay. So while Garten and Grimlock are doing these things, does Baez or Robbie or Miramar want to do anything? Because they spend a good amount of time examining things, so you guys have got some time if you want to do something.
I think I would go the opposite direction, clockwise, and search for any secret passage.
Look for secret doors on the walls, walk in the opposite direction that Grimlock is. And Bill, did you have anything? I'm sorry, I didn't.
Are you using a map?
I am. Do you not see it?
Yes, please.
Do you see the map now?
It's loading.
I'm wondering if you are actually going to be able to see it, because everybody else had to clear their cache tonight except for Rob.
Brother. Yeah, I might have to.
Is it just black? So I posted a image in the AD&D channel. There's a little button. You'll have to log out of Fantasy Grounds, and then when you start it back up, there's that little nuclear button. If you click that, clear it, and then log back in, it should work for you. So we'll go on while he does that. Let's see.
Yeah, I was gonna want to look at the ceiling. You said there was like glowing fungus up there.
Yeah, it's giving off a luminescent blue color in the room.
Okay, I just kind of, as best I can, investigate that. See if I have any idea what it is. If it's just glowing or if it has some other properties. Anything.
Do you have any healing herbalism skills or anything around like
I
that?
do. Yeah, herbalism. I do.
Okay, go ahead and throw me that in the tower.
Just grab the little dot.
Grab the die and throw it on
The
top of
die,
the
okay.
the tower. You are not familiar with this type of lichen. You've never seen it before, so you're not really sure what kind of properties it has, other than what you can see, obviously.
Right. Okay.
All right, so Grimlock, you move to the center of the sort of sunken section, looking at the two chairs or blocks of stone in the middle. And as you get closer, you can see that there's these, what do they call them? Small drawers at intervals on the inside of the little benches.
Yeah.
Spaced, there's about 8 of them on each one of the little stairs on the benches on the inside.
Really? So they're not labeled in any way,
No.
or
No.
Are there handles on them? Is some way to open
Little bitty knobs that you can grab a hold to pull them open, like a cabinet drawer or something like that.
them? Okay. Well, I'm not gonna go open them, but I will go examine the other bench just to make sure that it's similar, and then
Yep.
I'll call
It
Garten
is.
over to come take a look at them and make sure that he doesn't see any traps or anything like that before I start opening.
Alrighty. So Garten.
I'll go over to the stool or whatever it is that he's at, and I will see if there's any traps.
Alrighty. You can give me a check for one side and then the other as well, because it will take 2 for each. You do not find any traps or any indications of traps on either one of the benches or the drawers attached to the
I'll
benches.
go ahead and say I don't think they're trapped, and I'll see if they're locked in any way.
They look like they're kind of crude, actually.
Okay.
So they're just kind of slid in there. I mean, you're assuming that somebody would store some little whatever, something small, not very large. I mean, they're probably big enough for some coins or stones or something like that, but nothing very large.
I'll go ahead and open one of them.
It appears to be empty.
Does the drawer thing come all the way out?
Yeah, it's like a little box that you
Like
just,
a box in a cubby hole?
yeah.
I'll pull it out and look in there and see if there's anything behind it.
Oh, it is just a little square hole cut into the bench.
All right, go to the next one.
Okay. You do that, and about the last one that you check, you open it up, and it kind of rattles, and you look inside, and you see some bone, some ivory, some rods, some cubes, some cones, and basically it's looks like seer stones. What you see some kind
Divination
of
tools.
shaman would roll them up and throw them and make predictions. And yeah, so that's what's in the box.
All right, I'll go check the other bench.
You do the same thing, and you don't find anything in any of them. In fact, I mean, not even like the one that you found on the other side. So there's only the one cubby that had anything in it.
Should we let the mage take a look at the stones?
Yeah, I can do that. All right. Can you pop that map back up again, Mike? I cleared everything. Hopefully this works.
Sure. If you ever need to load the maps on your own, on the right you can click the images button, and in any map that I've shared previously should be there, and you can click on it and just load it right up.
Cool. All right. Yeah, it looks like it might have worked. I see something.
That's good news. Yeah, it worked for everybody else, so I figured that's what it is.
Question is, where the hell am I on the?
You don't have a token on the map. You guys are
Okay.
you guys are the star on the map now in the middle of the room. That's just kind of the
Okay.
indicator. Yeah.
The big splat.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. All right. I'll take a closer look at those things.
Big splat is kind of foreboding, Brian.
I thought the same thing when I saw it.
I called it a star. I mean, that's kind of what it looked like to me. But
That's a
it's
splat.
big. It's big and it's bright, and you guys could easily see it. So I figured that's what I could use like a trap token, but that would really be foreboding. Let's see. So, Baez, you look at the stones and the bones, and they're shaped into different sizes and styles and various, you know, some are squares, some of them are triangles, some of them are, octagons, but they all kind of have this sort of shape that when you use, when you cast them, they land in a specific, numbers, or if they were dice, they would all show a number. It wouldn't just be rolling around just a plain bone that's round. It would just roll. They all kind of will land on a specific thing, and they have the little things etched onto each side of them that a shaman or a seer would use to read the future, or to augury something that you want to find out. And in fact, while you're examining them, you have this very strong urge to cast them and ask a question, find an answer to something.
Okay. I'll bite. I'll go ahead and do it.
Okay. What is the question going to be?
Ah, man. A little help here, guys. Any questions?
Can we come down here looking for somebody?
Maybe what the purpose of this room is?
Is it okay? Yeah. Yeah. I'll start with that. If it can even give me that kind of answer.
I was about to say, that kind of stuff is not going to work, because it can't give you. This room is called the thing, because they're not the the bones that you cast are not going to tell you that kind of stuff. They can't.
More like a magic 8-ball.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. I mean, you can give it some kind of questions, but I mean, asking in a specific, what is the name of such and such, or that kind of thing. It's obviously it can't do that. I mean, it's not going to spell it out in letters.
First question: is this room?
What was the question? You chopped off.
Is the room trapped?
Okay, so give me a d6 in the tower. You cast the dice, or you cast the stones in the middle, and you look at them, and you have a feeling that the answer is probably not.
Okay.
Oh, so it's like a magic 8-ball. It doesn't
Yes, sir.
actually say yes or no. It gives you
Right.
like that kind of answer.
Highly likely it is not. Yeah, that kind of crap.
You are doomed.
Game over, man. That's probably what it's gonna say next. Oh shit. See, I gotta get to ask questions, and now
Aren't
I'm
we
just
looking for
completely-
somebody down here?
Thrommel.
Yeah, Thrommel.
Yeah, that's is Thrommel still alive?
Cast the bones. Roll another d6.
Did that go, or did that?
It did. When you cast the stones, they kind of seem a little. The symbols don't kind of line up. Like maybe the response is kind of hazy.
Okay.
Can we find Thrommel in this temple?
Yes, is Thrommel here in this temple?
This time, when you cast them, they almost all immediately flop down like there is no uncertainty, and the response seems to be positively.
So you got the equivalent of try again later and then yes.
Right. Oh man. What else? Can anybody think of anything else we should ask?
Will we all die?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I know what the answer to that's gonna be.
Are you going to ask that?
Are we all gonna die today?
Okay. Roll a d6. The dice do the same thing they did last time. They almost immediately land on a response, and it says never.
Okay. Is Thrommel on this level of the temple?
Roll for this. I want you to roll 3d6, please.
3d6.
Yep. The response you get is seek the lower passage.
The lower passage. Seek the lower passage. Okay.
Sounds like we're going down, boys.
These might be handy. I wonder if they work outside this room.
I'm guessing not. We could try, but yeah, I'm skeptical. But why don't we give it a shot? If I can take them with me, I'll take them with me, and we'll see if we can use them outside the room.
Well,
I can't
as
think of
you
any other question.
pick up the bones and such, as you try to step out of the circle, you get the urge to put them back in the little box and before you
Yeah.
leave.
All right. I can't think of any other questions. Do you guys think of anything you want to ask before we take off and leave?
I
I
can't
can't.
think of it. Me
Yeah,
neither.
no
But I'm the
particular-
fighter.
Yeah.
So Wilson, what's at the north end of the smaller circle? Is that a doorway out?
Oh yes, it's a passage. I just didn't clear it out. So I'll give you a little bit of it. Does anybody else want to use the augury stones?
No, he asked my question.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I can't think of anything I'd want to add.
Does it know the lottery numbers?
If it did, I would be rich. Alrighty, so where are you guys going to next if you are done with the bones?
I guess we'll move north. Looks like there's a pile of rubble up there.
Yeah, it looks like in the center of the room, at one point there was a black altar, but it's been smashed and broken. The ceiling in here kind of gives off the same blue light as the other one, and you can see that it's got the same lichen up there. Up above the, right where this line is, there's an archway into the room that you guys were in, and there's some writing up there.
I'll see if I can read it.
Can you read?
I've got the read languages skill. I can try.
See real quick. Unnecessary. You recognize it as common. It says Exalted Chamber of High Augury.
It was even labeled for us.
How about that?
Yeah, if you would have came in from the front door.
So it was a conference room where people would go in and have the bones rolled for them.
Yep, that seems to be.
As we pass through there, I kind of want to look up and see if there's like an open space, for like a potential gate to fall out of or anything like
You mean right here where the line
that.
is?
Yeah. I
To
just
see
kind of
if-
want to check as we move through passages if there's any gates. I want to look up and see if there's open.
You want to make sure you don't get
Yeah, he's
locked
gun
in.
shy.
Okay.
He's gun shy now.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. You don't see anything, but I'll be aware of that now.
Okay.
Before we go much further, I need to, because I forgot about this, but Baez and Barney both need light sources. Right now, you can see because of the light in these rooms, but going northward, that light source only goes to, about here before they can't see anymore. So if you want to blind wizard and cleric, keep on going. But I just wanted to ask because I'm pretty sure that's not what you want to do.
Get you a big old tuft of that lichen and put it on your helmet.
Why did it make me save versus my light spell?
Did you cast it on yourself?
I did.
That's why. Because it assumes you're casting on a bad guy. That's okay. You're putting it somewhere. You're good. Just all you need to do is throw the effect on you. Although, since I don't track time as we're moving, I can only track time in combat. So just try to keep it in the back of your mind. Where are you putting it?
On my shield.
Okay. So now, Robbie and Baez can see this room right now. So.
Garten will kind of look through the rubble.
It is sharp obsidian. The altar of whatever it was is made of the same stuff that the walls are.
All right. I want to cut myself on the black glass.
Yeah, you have to be very careful or you will.
Kind of move the stuff around with my short sword to see if there's anything in there.
Okay. You shuffle it around for a bit, and it looks somebody just came in here, or a group of somebody's came in here and just smashed it to bits. You suspect probably the people that fought the temple many years ago, but you don't see anything other than the shattered obsidian all over the place.
All right. I'll move on up to the curve and peek around.
All right. See that it goes off to the northwest and then tees at about 50 feet, yeah, something like that.
Tell him, all right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go check up there at the T. And I'll put the ring on and go up there, moving silently, and look around.
Peek around the corners, and you can see there is a passage going both directions. One of them goes to the west, and then it has a door to the north, but keeps on going west. The one that goes east ends, and there is a door, and there's a door there. They're kind of hard to see because they're brown, but there's doors there and there. Okay.
I'm zoomed in close enough.
So yeah, you see those two doors. The one to the east looks like it's made of metal. The other one doesn't look like it looks like normal doors that you've seen in here.
All right, I'll go back and tell them what I see.
Ronnie, what do you guys think?
They're in deep thought.
They must be. So what do you
I
want to
say
do,
go
Brad?
right.
I do too. Let's check out the metal door.
Did you hear?
Yeah, I'll do the find remove trap.
Before you do, let me show you this because this is what the door looks like. It is a large bronze door. You see ruins on it. But you're not sure what those ruins are for.
This is bringing back some memories now,
So if you want to do
and
your
none of
trap
them are good.
check, so you can do your trap check if you want.
All right.
Do not find any.
I'll see if Baez can read those runes.
Yeah, I'll take a shot at it.
If
Give-
Bias is going up there, then I'm going up there to stand in that.
It looks like directional arrows. It's I haven't seen symbols like this before.
You can give me a spellcraft check if you don't recognize them with your wily human brain. And we'll see.
Sorry, I'm looking for skills. There it is.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh wait, I gotta roll low, don't I?
Yeah, so you made it by 12. You look at the symbols and you are certain they are not arcane. That's all you know.
Okay. All right, so it's a puzzle. And the lock on the there's this thing over here on the right. There's like a hinge or lock there, right?
Mm-hmm. It is definitely barred.
Does it have a keyhole, or is that like a metal plate that can be turned?
Let's see, 1 second. Make sure I'm getting this right. It is a metal plate that connects it to the wall that keeps it from coming open. You don't see any kind of keyhole or mechanism like that.
Okay. And it doesn't look like there's anything on its surface that's mechanical that can be turned, like a dial,
Nope.
a switch, a lever, anything.
Nope. Yeah, the entire thing it's made of bronze except for the wood in the middle, and the wood has that kind of it looks like it's got some kind of protective. I mean, the runes on it are glowing, so.
I'll take a look at the door. You know, from an engineering standpoint, I've ever seen anything like this. Try to get a feel for how the door operates, how it may open, something like that. Use my engineering.
You can give me that and do it in the tower, please. Your engineering.
Okay.
I'll figure this out eventually.
You haven't seen anything like this before, Grimlock. It does look like a well-made door, but you are not certain how it would open because there's no mechanical devices to do so. Maybe
Is there a gap underneath the door?
No,
Or
it
does it
is.
go all the way down to the ground?
Yeah, it is a well-made. You know, it's kind of like the pyramids. It's almost perfect.
Well, for giggles, I have locksmithing. I will take a look at it and see if I can tell.
Look at what?
The lock mechanism there attaches to the wall.
It's not a lock so much as just a plate that connects to the wall, and then there's that plate connects to the door. And you can certainly look at it, but there is no keyhole.
So is it like welded to the door?
It's connected to the door somehow. You're not
Okay.
sure how. Yeah. I mean, there's not like a weld line going around it.
You said it was made of bronze?
Mm-hmm.
When you did your trap checking, did you actually touch the door?
I assume you have to touch the door to do the trap check.
No, you do not.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take the blade of my axe and run it along the door, not trying to damage it.
All right. So you're going to touch the door with your axe, yes?
With the blade of my axe, yes.
Right. So when you touch the door with your axe, a blast of blue frost air hits you square in the front. I need you to give me a save versus spells, please.
Okay.
Actually, let me do that because there is a. Actually, no, you can go ahead and do it. I'll just half it in the thing if you save.
Like I said, none of them good. None of them good.
Yeah.
So you take 10 points of damage from freezing cold, bitter, blasting air that comes right out of the door as soon as you touch it.
Let's go down here and check this other door.
Probably a glyph of warding.
Like I said, it's not arcane runes there.
Did the runes do anything when that happened? Did they glow brighter or anything like that?
No. It is certainly protected by something, though.
Okay, and that was just from any contact with the door. I just touched the door with the blade of my axe and then immediately responded by shooting.
Yep.
I'm going to check the wall to the east, see if there's any secret doors there.
In here?
No. We're standing in front of...
Oh, east, that way.
Yeah, east.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You won't find any. Does Robbie or Miramar want to do anything while the rest of these guys have acted?
Yeah, like grab my ass.
Yeah, Grimlock got hit for... He's down 19.
Yeah. That hurt.
Yeah, I see that. I guess I'll have to caress his ass.
Yeah, he's not.
Just keep him watch to the west.
Okay.
You said those are not arcane runes.
Maybe they're holy
Divine.
symbols.
Yeah, divine.
Yeah. This is a temple. That would make sense. Because at first I thought maybe it was some symbols to solve a puzzle, but the freaking lock doesn't have anything you can move or touch, and I don't see anything else around the door, at least in the illustration.
Well, it was a good idea to look at the walls around it. That's what Garton's doing, right?
Yeah, I didn't find anything to the east.
No.
You might look to the west, the side, the wall leading
Yeah.
up to the door.
I'll do that too.
Or the floor, or the ceiling.
You find nothing everywhere.
Hey, James.
Rob, check out the runes.
I was gonna heal some.
Fine. No, keep doing what you're doing.
How did you get a cure moderate with only 6 hit points, Rob?
You rolled a 1.
Oh, yeah. Did you say James got in there?
Yes,
Yeah,
I am.
he
Oh,
opted.
there he is.
There
Hey,
he
James.
is.
Sorry, I texted Charles, said I was going to be about an hour late.
Yeah, you did.
I
That's
told
cool.
him.
You did. Make sure your character is...
I'm still loading Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah, we're at a door with some runes on it. It's solid bronze. I touched it with my axe, and it hit me for 10 points of ice cold damage.
Not good.
There appears to be no mechanism to open it. And Robbie's about to take a look at the runes to see if they are divine in nature, because the mage confirmed that they were not arcane.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at them and use my religion skill if needed to see if I can figure anything out on them.
You can use spellcraft or religion more than, I mean, since it is sort of spell related, that's probably what I would say you would want to use. And you can throw that in the tower too when you find it.
Yeah. So religion then.
No, spellcraft. Spellcraft for you would be divine magic. Spellcraft for Bios is arcane.
Gotcha.
You recognize it immediately as a glyph of warding.
Ah, I knew it.
Yeah. This says here clearly, do not touch.
Yep. It is a frost glyph of warding, as you have found out.
So we need something like dispel magic to get rid of it.
Or the word or action that lets you pass it without being harmed.
Yeah, so for right now, it's a door of not gonna fucking open. So let's move to the.
All right, I'll move down here to the door to the west and take a look at it, check it for traps.
This door.
Yes, sir.
Sure map. James, you may need to clear your cache to see the exposed parts of the map. Everybody else but Rob had to tonight as well. I posted an image in the Discord channel. The little button you need to click. To click that, you have to log out of Fantasy Grounds, and before you join, you got to hit that. So, if it works, you're great. If not, you'll have to do that. Go ahead and give me a check in the tower, please, Brian. You do not find any traps.
Is there anything written on this door?
Nope, it looks like kind of like a normal door. It's got a pull ring on it.
I'll take a listen, see if I can hear anything behind it.
Very, very quiet on the other side.
Man, it's not trapped. Don't hear nothing back there.
Okay, I'll open it.
Alrighty.
And thanks for the heals, Robbie. In case I didn't say that.
No worries.
Yes, sec. I will reveal, and then I'll give you a description. And my dog is barking at somebody. When you open the door, you can see immediately to the north a large room that looks like at one point it was a storage area of some kind. There's stuff scattered all over the place. Immediately to your right, once you enter or go into the doorway, you can see it opens up and goes east as well. And you can see it goes east and ends in a wall and goes north again. And I'll put you here even though you didn't say you moved.
Yeah, I'll let Garten go check it out.
I'll scamper down to the east there and look around the corner.
Right. Alright, let me reveal this one then too. It is a strange-looking triangular-shaped room. The walls are painted with the same type of scenes that you saw in the main entry hallway, with all the demons tearing people apart and causing much mayhem to the folks that are in the painting with them. Let's see. On the ceiling, there is a huge eye painting. And you see some padded benches in the middle. And I'm assuming you're not going in, but that's what you can see from where you're at.
Yeah.
There.
I'll check the floor right there and immediately the entrance to see if there's traps.
Okay. Do not find any traps in
All
your
right.
search.
I will let everyone know. Unless they followed me. She can't see me to follow me, though.
No, they didn't. And I assume they're all kind of hanging out behind Grimlock anyways.
I'm at the fork, yeah. Okay, so let's go check out the storage area first. I'll go in there and the party and take a look.
Well, you can see, indeed, there's a lot of stuff that's been thrown around. There's glass shards and broken pottery. You can see some ripped open bags that at one point had some kind of probably herbs or something, but the only thing that remains is just really old sticks. And whatever was on the plant is no longer there. There are some few vials that have been broken open with stuff, whatever was in it, is scattered all over the center of the floor. The shelves and benches which held these are broken and thrown about. It looks like the wreckage is completely total.
Okay. I'll tell brother Bjarni that this looks like the remnants of some sort of alchemy pantry or something like that. You know, it may warrant a closer look to see if there's anything salvageable in here.
Okay, yeah, I'll take a quick look there, see if I see anything that could benefit us.
Rummage through this stuff.
Yeah, using my herbalism knowledge to see if there's anything useful.
Okay. Give me a D6. Welcome back, Bill. And you can do it in the open. Alrighty. Well, the first thing that you found by stepping on it. Give me a D8. You can do that in the open too. You stepped on what appears to have been a sealed, sort of almost a test tube vial of red sparkling powder. And when you stepped on it, it just kind of crushed it and went all and mixed up with all the other garbage that's on the floor, and you're not sure what it was. Oops.
Oops.
You can keep looking if you want. What are the rest of you guys doing while he's doing that, by the way? Just kind of watching or what?
No, I've now retreated back to the fork, and I'm watching the door into the door we came in, just making sure nothing comes in after us.
Okay. Miramar
Yep.
and Bill?
He's searching the arrow-shaped room, right?
No, he is in where the star is right now on the map.
Gotcha.
Looks kind of like a storage room of, like a kind of, I guess what what Grimlock said. It looks like
kind of
parts.
alchemy pantry or something.
Maybe spell components. You're not really sure, but yeah, for him that's what it would be. You want to help him search?
No, I think I would look in the other room a little closer.
Okay.
Because you said there's paintings and stuff on the wall in there, right?
There is. There is.
So I'm gonna be looking behind them and stuff like that, and just gonna.
I'll
Okay.
follow just in case he gets in trouble.
Okay. So we'll go let Miramar get a couple of rolls in, and then we'll come back to you, Robbie.
All right, cool. I yell at him to be careful. You might break something.
All right, so you guys both go into the room. It feels kind of strange when you move into the room itself. It sounds quiet, almost just utterly quiet. Not completely, but it's like walked in our in our real life into a sound room or something. It just kind of it's quiet. And you look at the ceiling, and as Garton said, there is a giant eyeball painted on the ceiling. The walls are painted. There's no like real paintings. The walls are painted. And like I said, they're similar to the paintings that were on the walls when you guys first came in, of like demons ripping apart people and doing all kinds of dark, evil things to folks. There are several padded benches in there. They haven't been broken or smashed, but they're covered in dust and cobwebs.
If there's cushions, I would cut them open with my dagger and kind of look on.
Okay, you slice them open, and looks like old down and stuffing from cloth and things, but otherwise there's nothing in them. You did notice that there was one bench that seems to have been used recently. It wasn't covered in dust or cobwebs. It still had some dust on it, but the cobwebs had been cleared away. But the eyeball looks like the same eyeball that's on the cloaks that all you guys are wearing.
Just gonna sit on the bench for a minute. The one that looked like it was used.
Okay. You sit down and it just feels serene. Like if you wanted to close your eyes and just meditate, you probably would be able to do that very easily.
I'll do that for a moment then.
Okay. Alrighty. We're gonna go back to Rob. You're gonna keep searching, right?
Yes.
Give me another D6, please. Give me a D8. Oops. As you're rummaging around on your knees, you kind of crush another tube. This time, this silvery fluid just kind of slides all over the floor and seems to it's like liquid metal just all over the place. Kind of, as you move, kind of try to scoop it up, it just kind of rolls off.
Lovely.
Oops. Baez, are you with Robbie? Well, obviously you're gonna have to be unless you have your own light source. But
No, I'm with him.
you gonna
Maybe I
search
should
with
help out. Yeah, and I think maybe we should do it very carefully and be careful where we're stepping.
Alrighty, you two need to give me a D6, and you can do it out in the open.
Don't roll a 1.
Or a 2.
All right, let's see. Then. Ah, that was a 3. That's probably not good.
Give me a D8, please. Is a 4. you find a small tin box that seems to be intact.
Ooh. Okay.
What are you going to do?
I'll open the box.
You open the box, and it is filled with this yellow powder. Do you have herbalism?
I might. Let me cookbook real quick. I do have herbalism.
Okay, give me a check, please. And you can throw that in the towers. Well, you think it's mustard spice.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, it's it'll be good for cooking. I'll close it up and slip it into my
You could have Brian look at it.
That's true. All right, he's
Not
in the other
Brian,
room though.
not
isn't he?
Brian. Sorry, Robbie. You could have Robbie's character look at it.
Oh.
Brother Bjarni.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, we
Maybe
know
it's,
he's got experience in alchemy as well,
Yeah.
and the odds of coming this deep in here and finding mustard spice is probably off.
All right. Is Rob going to look, or is Barney going to look at it?
Yeah, I'll take a peek at it.
Okay, you can go ahead and give me a skill check as well, and do it in the tower, please. Yep, mustard, if you're pretty sure.
Okay, so maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's not an alchemy pantry. Maybe it's just a pantry.
That or we're both wrong, and it's actually poison.
Give it a taste.
Yeah, I'll taste it. Just dip my pinky in it and a little.
All right, one sec.
What's the worst that could happen?
Here lies Baez the Magnificent.
Not so magnificent. Died from exotic mustard.
It was just too damn spicy.
He really would have rather had Grey Poupon.
Let's see. I'm trying to get a good description of what this. Well, it smells kind of like a grass, maybe a hay. You taste it, and it doesn't taste like mustard. It tastes like something else.
Grassy like plant
Yeah,
flavor. and
it's
yellow?
definitely plant. Yeah, it's yellow. It has a pleasant smell, and again, I can't describe smells. So I mean, or
Yeah,
taste.
well, it's if it's definitely yellow and not orange or red. The only other thing I could think of that's yellow that's not mustard would be saffron.
Yes, that's what it is.
Cool. All right. Yeah. That's. I guess it's a spice.
Wow, I'm surprised you got that from the way I described it.
I don't. I mean, you said it wasn't mustard, and I'm trying to rack my brain, think what spices are yellow.
Yeah,
So,
I literally went out to Wiki to look to try to get some kind of clue of how to describe it, and there is nothing other than hay-like smell or something is what they said. But, yeah, it is a small box of saffron. It's probably worth 5 gold if you sold it to somebody because it's not very common apparently.
Sweet. All right. Well, we'll add that to group.
Okay, I think I put it in the yep, it's in there. Tin box with yellow powder. So we're back to Miramar meditating. Garten, you've been sitting there, and Miramar has sat down on one of the benches and hasn't moved at all.
Is he snoring?
No. In fact, you're not even sure he's breathing.
He's dead.
I'll go see if I can rouse him.
You walk over there, and he seems to be sitting up. I mean, his hands are in his lap, and as you get close enough, you can kind of see just barely his chest is moving up and down.
Okay, so he's not dead.
No, he just seems to be
He's
relaxed.
a pod person, man. Watch out.
I'm not overly concerned at the moment.
Now, it's
Just
been
continue.
a while. It's been like 10 minutes. He's sitting there like that.
All right, I'll see if I can rouse him.
Poke him.
Yeah. Shake his shoulder.
Okay. So, Miramar, you feel like you just closed your eyes, and as soon as you close your eyes, Garton he's come from the other side of the room, and he's standing right in front of you, and he's kind of poking you, looking at you like, what's going on?
I think I would just open my eyes, just kind of sit there quietly. But from what I can tell, it seems like he just appeared.
Yeah, because when you close your eyes, he was on the other side of the room, and to him, it was a 10-minute, you sitting there for 10 minutes. So for you, it was an instant.
So I didn't notice anything in the time frame. For me, it just seems like an instant pass, and that's it.
Yep.
I think I would just get up and kind of walk back towards where the other.
I'm asking, man, why you been sitting there thinking about all that time?
How long are you talking about? I barely even got my eyes.
Dude, it's been like 10 or 15 minutes. I thought you
Yeah,
fell asleep.
It didn't feel like 10 minutes. It felt like just an instant.
Yeah.
This room is used for something. I'm not quite sure what for. I think
Alright.
with the type of murals that are in there and things like that, just feeling uneasy about it. Then I think I'm gonna.
Okay. The room itself didn't make you feel uneasy, but the paintings and stuff, when you're looking at them, they really, it would, especially if that kind of stuff is not what you would like to do. But the room itself did have a sort of calming. You were able to reach your center and rest, or meditate very quickly. So. You would be happier if it wasn't covered in murder and mayhem.
Do I get the sense that, based on him telling me that 10 minutes passed, that this would be a good place to rest and.
I mean, you don't feel. I mean, you've pretty much just woke up, so you guys have not, been moving around for hours and hours. You've basically just been walking
Right.
around for like 20 minutes since you guys got up. So, you don't feel. I mean, the room is closed off from everywhere. It's quiet. If that's what you're looking for, a quiet room to rest in.
Yeah, I think I would just walk out there.
Alrighty, so one last check, I guess, for unless you guys want to keep, camp out here in the storage room, keep doing it. I figure we'll do one more for Baez and Barney, if you guys were still digging through the stuff.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'll try. I gotta succeed eventually.
Give me D6, both of you, followed by a D8.
You succeeded in break it.
Alrighty.
Playing a 4 again.
Rob, you find a small bag that feels like there's some kind of rods or something in it.
Okay, I'll carefully open the top and peek in.
You find a bag with 2 amber rods in it. And Baez, what did you roll?
Same thing I rolled before. That was like a 3 followed by a 4.
You find another small bottle. No, you don't find another. You didn't. You found 10 last time. This time you find a small bottle with yellow powder in it. So it's not like a test tube. It's kind of like almost a vial, but it's stoppered and has some yellow fluid, or not yellow fluid. It's yellow powder. Doesn't look the same as the other stuff.
Stoppered, and it's a glass vial or bottle.
Yep.
Yeah, this shit I'm not gonna taste or sniff. Stuff that's in glass bottles tends to be bad. Powder. I'm just gonna hang on to it for the time being. I'm not gonna push my luck with this stuff, I think. Now, you know what? I'll take the stopper off it. What the hell? What's the worst?
Okay. Give me a herbalism check and add 2 to your situational roll. You know, use the little +2 down there.
You want me to add a +2?
Yep. That makes it easier.
And do it in the herbalist.
Yep, and do it in the tower as well. It is, you think it's sulfur.
Smells like rotten eggs. Nice.
Yeah, that's why I gave you the bonus, because it smells.
Okay. Glad I didn't taste that.
Yeah. I would have said something about the smell before you tasted it, but yeah, it has a strong scent. So you've got 2 amber rods, a bottle of sulfur, and a tin of saffron. Are we done? You want to keep going?
Is the rest of the group waiting for us?
Yeah, it looks like Miramar and Garton have come back from the other room.
Okay. I guess it's time to go then.
Yeah, we should go.
Okay. Do the mage and cleric want to go look at the triangular meditation room to see if they can discern any sort of purpose for it?
Sure. I'll go have a look.
So that means that Barney's gonna have to go, so you can see. So
Yeah, I'll go with him.
I think if I see that they're done, just tell them the room seems like it's got something strange to it. I think it's used for something specific. I'm not sure what.
Okay, so as you both enter in the room, and the sound notifications you notice immediately. You can see there's 4 benches laying on the corners of the walls. Most of them have been cut open, but you can still sit on them if you want. But it feels kind of quiet. For Baez, it seems very conducive to relaxing your mind so that you can study. For
and it seems to be magically induced silence. It's like unusually quiet when we walk
yes, whether it's magic or not, you're not sure, but it is definitely, you can tell as soon as you walk into the room. It's like you walk in, in our day and age, you would be walking into a sound room where it's almost completely quiet. I mean, you knock on something and it's just really soft sounds.
Okay. And there's no bookshelves or anything like
Nope.
that, and they're just the benches.
There's only these horrific torture paintings on the walls and the giant eyeball on the ceiling.
Huh. Maybe it's some kind of disgustingly sick torture porn room or something that they come to relieve themselves, or who knows. But the fact that it's the automatic silence, the unusual silence has got me intrigued. So it's got these pictures of horrific shit, just like the rest of the temple does. It's got benches, but no bookcases, no tables.
Oh.
And you guys have already hacked the benches up and looked to check for anything that was hidden, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are these pictures like paintings? Or are they like kind of relief sculpture in the wall kind of stuff, or what?
It's paintings directly on the wall. It's like a giant mural all over the room of many, if you look, you remember some of those old paintings that were just showed demons just raging across the planet, all across the landscape and killing people, and having them up on spikes, and imagine the Dio album where you see all those demons and things. I mean, that's what it is all over the walls.
Does it look like it's directly painted on the wall, or is it painted on like some kind of canvas or wood?
Oh, it's on the wall directly, yeah.
I'm going to step outside the doorway and see if they can hear me in the room.
Okay. You're going to step out of like move out past that.
Correct. And then see if my voice will carry into the room.
Okay. Rob, are you staying in the room?
Yeah, I'll stay in there.
Okay. So you, who is it? Bias says, I guess you say what you're going to say, and he can hear the voice, but it's like almost like he could easily ignore it, like it wouldn't be there.
Okay.
But the sound gets there. It seems to be something that's kind of behind something, like a wall or something, just easily ignored.
Okay, say something back, because I'm curious to see if sound comes out of the room.
Yeah, I'll reply to him, try to describe that I can hear him, but it's very faint. Just kind of talking normal, see if he can hear me while I'm saying that.
Yep, it sounds perfectly normal to you, Bias. No muffling, no nothing.
All right, so it seems like it only dampens sound coming into the room. At first, I thought maybe this was some kind of meeting chamber that had some sort of magical silence on it to keep people from eavesdropping, where they could meet and talk about their evil shit, But that's obviously not it. Maybe it's just something as simple as a room that they relax in. Who knows?
So let me speak to Rob a little bit. Barney, you are familiar with this kind of rooms, but not in this kind of environment. You're not used to having these terrible paintings on the walls. I mean, from where you've seen them, they're meditation rooms in temples, the larger ones for priests to go in and meditate and pray to their god, to study and receive their spells. You could probably use this room, but it wouldn't feel right to you because it's obviously the opposite of what you stand for.
Right, understood. So I'll with that revelation, I'll kind of explain what I feel about it to everybody. Well, at least to Baez first, because he's right here. So yeah, so this is like we have these in temple where the priests would go to be, meditate and prepare for gathering their selves and stuff, and it's just it's really feels like that, but it's not for good purposes, obviously, with the horrible pictures on the wall.
Right, some kind of prayer room or something where you can just think on things. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I guess the bad evil pictures are to get your mind right with evil.
Yeah, with whatever the hell it is they worship. All right. Well, if we've thoroughly searched it, I guess this is a dead end. This room.
All right. So we'll put you guys back in the crosswalk there, and everybody is kind of exchanged information on what they've seen, what they've found, and guys,
And I'm
what to
assuming
do.
I've heard nothing, right?
Nope.
Okay. And I'll motion Garten to head on out to the west and explore what's further down in the hall.
He will do just that. I'll go down here to the T and take a look.
All right, I am going to uncover what you can see when you peek around the corner. When you come to this point and you're looking around the corner, you can see these kind of steps to the north kind of going down. But the thing that strikes you as you move down this direction, you have this strong smell of fresh earth and dirt. Like somebody's got a farm and just tilled up the whole place, and you're standing almost in the middle of it.
It is a temple of elemental evil, so we're probably in the earth area.
The floor is made of brown marble, and the black triangles are all kind of pointing in following each other in that direction, and the floor kind of slopes down a little bit going in that way. And there
All
are
right.
large bronze crests about every 10 foot on either side of the hall. And you can see the ones that are on the south and the north are kind of lit up. And I should have mentioned that you guys can see a faint light down this side, but yeah. But you can certainly see light. In fact, let me reveal a little more because you can see more than that because of the light. There you go.
And there are bronze crests in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
What is the crest of?
Crescents. C-R-E-S-S-E.
Crescents.
Yeah, that's what
Crescent.
that's what the light is coming from. Sorry.
All right, I'll look down to the left. Move down that way a little bit, south. Down to the next corner, I guess.
Yes, you can see down that short little passage. I'm gonna have to use my shift key here. Yeah, there's a door there, right there, and the hallway keeps going that way.
All right, I go back and tell them. Got a small hallway down here with a door and a passageway angling off. So to the north, it slopes down. And then to the south, it continues on.
All right. Well, I guess we go follow the arrows first.
So maybe that's what they want us to do, though. Yeah, what the hell? Let's go. What's the worst that can happen, right?
What's the worst that can happen? Alright.
Oh, is that a curtain?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I remember what's through the curtain.
It's
Wizard of Oz?
black curtains. You can smell the smell of earth is just very strong here.
You were correct. We are not ready to go this way yet.
So what's back there?
This is the way to where the earth elementals are, but they don't attack us when we go in, if I remember correctly. But I remember it being through curtains. So, but anyway, my character wouldn't know that. I just remember. I'm having memories now of having done this stuff and having the discussions, the intense discussions about how we were going to kill these earth elementals, and Wilson reminding us repeatedly that the earth elementals are really, really big. And then ultimately choosing to go the other way. That's fine. My character will sort of move the curtain to the side and kind of peer to see what's on the other side.
Okay. I will reveal what you see. And try to go through this description because it's pretty massive. And then I will come back and we can kind of cover some things that may be confusing. This great open area is obviously the one in which the principle of the elemental evil of earth is served. The walls are rough-hewn sandstone, but the entire floor is dark brown earth. Some of the phosphorescent lichen provides a dim illumination throughout the vast area. Same kind of blue stuff on the ceiling. Cressets, wall sconces indicate that during ceremonies other light sources are used. In the center of the room, occupying a 20-foot square area, is a pyramid of hard-packed dirt. The sides rise about 6 feet, and the top is flat, forming an area of about 6 feet square. Stone steps set in the four faces of the pyramid on all four sides. Kind of, yeah, just like the image there. Atop is a stone column. Each face, let me see. Atop is a stone column, each of its four faces bearing a carved triangle and sporting a pair of bronze manacles dangling from bolted rings. At the base of the south face, you can't see that. You can see it maybe from the corner. Rests a bronze box. 3 doors are on the south wall. Those to the left and right are normal, but the center one looks like the large doors that you guys kind of have an avoidance to when you went up to it. That sort of empathic, get away from the door sort of feeling. So it's the same type. So when you look at it, it's kind of like you want to not even look at it. So with that, I'm going to put that same text in the description here, and we are going to take a short 10-minute break and come back at 10 o'clock for us people in the south.
Okay, be back.
All right, be back in a bit.
All right, so as you guys have moved in, and let's see if I've got so as you guys are peering into the room and seeing what all is in there, you notice that the floor, the little triangular stones are kind of pulsing. You didn't notice it before, but in the light of this room and being as close as you are, you can see that they kind of flash in a pattern, like, the furthest one and then the next one after that, next one after that, until it comes into the room. And when it does, you kind of get a flash across the sand that kind of just causes a wave of light that just kind of goes across and coalesces on that sort of pyramid in the middle with the top chopped off. And something you didn't notice earlier is kind of on one side of the stone column that's there, you can see this kind of flat little ribbon of yellow brown light that's about 8 feet tall. And that's it.
Where exactly is the light?
The ribbon of light is next to the stone column that's in the middle of that chopped off top pyramid.
Okay.
It looks
And
kind of
that
like just
column
like
is in the shape of a diamond.
no, that's just all it has. It's a round column that comes straight out, but to the side of it is a kind of, it looks like um, a piece of thread that's kind of wavy, but it's light and it's different colors, brown and yellow.
And you said the box is on the south side?
Mm-hmm.
At the base of the stairs or at the top of the stairs?
It's at the top, at the base of the stone column.
Okay, and the pulsing, does that appear to be moving or is it sitting still?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
It sounded like you said the dirt was pulsing. I thought that's what you said.
The triangles, there's like energy that's flowing through the triangles and following them, and then as it comes in, the triangle that touches that, part right there, when that pulse comes to that triangle, there's like a wave of light that goes across the entire room and coalesces at the pyramid. So that's what happens.
Okay, so they're blinking in sequence like runway lights. That's what you're saying, and then this
Yep.
pulse of energy goes out into the dirt.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like a wave. As it hits the dirt, it just kind of, you see a wave of sort of light that goes across the top, and it kind of bounces around the room, and then it just kind of all comes together at the pyramid.
And the floor appears to be dirt, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll reach down and grab a handful of the dirt without actually stepping into the room. I'm going to reach down and grab a handful of dirt.
It is rich, earthy loam. If you were a farmer, you would think that was really good dirt to grow stuff in.
Okay. So I'll ask the magic user and the cleric what they think about this room. Since there definitely appears to be some magic stuff going on here.
Judging by the size of it, I'm not a cleric, but I would guess that this is probably some sort of worship center, like the Grand Chapel or whatever. So I would imagine there's going to be some protections. And the fact that there's dirt, there might be something living underneath it. That worries me. Some kind of subterranean creatures. I mean, this is a temple dedicated to the earth god, so God knows what could be under there.
Yeah, the manacles, some kind of ritual sacrifice or something going on in here at times.
Yeah, were they were on the pyramid, or was that at the post?
They're on the column on each side of the
okay.
column.
Yep.
Right.
Robbie's right.
Yeah. See, so something must live under the dirt, I bet. Like one of those bug things. What the hell are they called? Those damn things that burrow and spring up and surprise you.
Onceg?
Yeah.
Could be a boulette.
That too. Yeah.
Or earth elementals.
Yeah. Oh, earth elementals.
Since this is the Temple of Elemental Evil, I'd bet on the last one.
Yeah.
Do I see any footprints in the dirt there coming from this path?
Nope. The dirt looks completely undisturbed. I mean, it's not perfectly flat, but you don't see feet prints in it at all.
Okay, my character will take one step into the room, onto the dirt.
One second, please. he steps on the floor. There are 4 points in the room that begin to, the dirt begins to kind of make a little rumble and start rising up a little bit. And see these 4 large earth elementals rise up, and immediately they start patrolling, in this direction, and then in that direction, and then that direction, and then in that direction. And you're right here?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And they're just kind of going in that square rectangular shape there, just marching back and forth.
They appear to have taken no notice of me, correct?
No, other than the fact when you stepped on the dirt, they rose up like you triggered something.
Yeah.
Or you have an unknown power that you didn't know you had.
So they appear to be, they're going basically around the center, patrolling the center.
Yep.
And describe these earth elementals.
I wish I had a picture. Other than the tokens, I do not. But they are... One second. Are about 12 feet tall. Their legs are made of rock and earth. Their arms are similar, but it's like their hands are nothing but just giant boulders at the end of, and they look like massive clubs that would probably pound you into the dirt quite easily.
I think it's time to leave.
You want to step out and see if they go away?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Step back. They keep patrolling.
I'm gonna pull one of the frayed brown robes out of my backpack and step in the same spot he was with the brown robe. See if I notice any change. Stop patrolling or anything.
You have that in your inventory?
Yeah, it's in my backpack.
Okay. You move to here. They are still patrolling. Nothing has changed. They didn't stop, but they didn't, stop before. They don't seem to acknowledge you or ignore you any more so than they did Grimlock.
Yeah, that's basically what what I was thinking about doing was basically working my way one step at a time, straight down, and then heading towards the middle. Watching the elementals closely with every step. And as soon as I stepped to the point where they seemed aggressive, I was going to back out. That's what I was going to try and do. And then I was going to try and do the same thing with the brown robe on, and to see if it had the same effect. If you want to do that, that's fine. Or if you think that's a bad idea and we need to come back to this at a later date, which is ultimately the case, then we can do that.
Yeah, something thinks Something makes me think we need to learn more about this temple before we take this. I would put the brown robe in my backpack and step back off.
Okay. All right. So, guys, it appears to be that this is the sort of center, the heart of this floor, and maybe we should gain a better understanding of the purpose of all this before we go trying to experiment in this room, especially since the guardians appear to be more than a match for us. So, anybody have a problem with that?
Nope. I didn't have a beginning argument from.
I doubt my weapon could even hit them. All right. So, Brian, why don't you go ahead and explore that that branch off to the east in the southern corridor, and see where if that leads back to where we were or what.
Pardon?
Well, James can go do it. It's
He's
fine.
lighting up, but
All right.
nothing's.
He's speaking. Is he?
We have redundant rogues. It's fine.
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah,
if
I'll
you're
check-
talking,
I'll check it
can't
out.
hear you. All right.
Can you hear me now?
There you go. Oh. Where
Yeah, I
are
had
you?
to. Sorry, Discord just went to sleep. Yep, I'll go on down that corridor to the southeast. Explore it further.
And where does Jareth want to go?
Well, we were talking about just going. You're talking about the slanting corridor southeast you're going to?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
There's
Go check
one
that out.
there and there and there. So
Yeah,
Can you
if,
see me?
if
Garten is
Brian's
going
doing
that
the
way.
southeast, I'll go south and check that out.
That way. Gotcha. All right. So I'm gonna put the little marker here, and I will do some revealage. Oh, that's what you see. You see a door here, a door there, Brian.
I see that.
And now, of course, angles. Jareth, give me a D6 in the tower, please. All right, thank you. So that is, actually, stop with that. See a little farther because there is, as we discussed earlier, cressets in here that are lighting about every 10 foot. So, a set of stairs that seem to go up. Go. Yes, the stairs do go up. It's a 20-foot passage that's sheathed in that brown sort of marble. Walls are decorated with painted scenes showing captives and, again, the impaling and ripping people apart. And in this one, you can see there are creatures of water and earth and wind and fire causing the destruction. And the images seem to give off almost a fiery light. And that's what Jura sees.
Your hallway was much more interesting.
Wasn't it?
Well, yours has 2 doors.
But no fiery images.
No. I distrust this long stretch with nothing in it. I'm going to take a look. Trying to pick a spot that's likely.
You're picking a spot.
I pick a spot and look for secret doors. And I'm going to pick a spot. I'm going to call it. See if I can make the map indicate.
Use push both mice button down and then drag it, and you can point like that. There you go. You want to look right there?
Right there.
Okay. You do not find anything. And it takes
Okey-doke.
you about 10 minutes to do that. So the rest of you guys, including Garten, you guys can do something while he's down there searching.
Yeah, while he's doing that, I'm checking for secret doors right there. That wall.
Really? You're looking for a secret door right there?
Yeah, where it just kind of does it go to
Just dead
a
end.
blank wall,
Where,
right?
where it suddenly just dead ends?
Yeah.
That's not suspicious at all.
That's not suspicious at all, yeah. You don't even have to look too hard. I mean, you easily can make out. It is a secret door there.
Obviously not
Alrighty.
made by dwarves.
Yeah, it wasn't made by dwarves, certainly. No. But yeah, with your tapping and you kind of just poking around, you can tell there's one there.
All right. I will also look to see if there's a mechanism to open it. But I will not open it yet. I'm just looking for the way to open it.
Yeah, all you got to do is push at a certain spot. God. Push on a certain spot and it'll turn inwards. So you're fairly certain you know how to open it.
I'll go back and tell them what I found.
Okay. So that takes you a while too. So both of you guys finish about the same time. So if you guys want to go back to the group and have a discussion.
Yes.
Yep, I tell them where I went down. There's 2 doors on the hallway, and then at the end of the hallway there is a secret door.
The hallway I went into has a number of the areas of destruction like we've seen. Only it's being done by elementals. Earth, air, fire, and water, and kind of the emphasis there.
I do want to make a correction. The stairs are not going up; they are going down.
Stairs
Point to where the stairs were.
Stair-looking
there.
things right there. Yeah.
So this looks like an entryway into the temple, probably.
Mike, did we notice when the elementals appeared, did the pulsing light in those triangles stop?
No. In fact, you can still see it. There aren't triangles in the floor where you're at, like where the star I have you marked. You can still see there's some kind of energy that's flowing from somewhere from those stairs that are going down. Let's see. Jareth would know because he would have kind of saw the energy coming from them. But it comes up from the bottom and just it's like something's feeding energy from somewhere and it's following the floor and then eventually it's funneled into that temple area.
Gotcha.
All right, so I say we go check out the hallway to the east and start with that first door there. You want to go see if it's trapped?
Certainly can.
Can you mark where you
That-
on, Brian?
Right there. You
Yeah.
see it?
Yep. Okay.
And
Yes,
I'll check for traps there.
5 of you guys have black markers
I'll change it.
I
That's
didn't-
you know why? Yeah, that's
because you
because
reset
of-
your cache. Yeah. So you do not find any traps. The door doesn't have a lock. It has a ring to pull it open.
How do you delete the arrow once you put it on the board?
Just both mice again. Anyway.
Thank you.
Say again, no traps. And
No
it's just a
traps.
ring to pull it open.
Yep. Looks
I'll
like
take a quick
normal
listen
door.
as well.
Okay. Don't hear anything.
All
Right.
right. I let them know. Don't hear anything. It's not trapped.
Okay, I'll go ahead and open the door.
These odd-shaped rooms are kind of hard to feel. And then give you. It looks like at one point, when just peering through this used to be a library. There are bookshelves and some looks like bindings of books, but the pages have been torn out from what you can see at the doorway, kind of scattered around the room.
Baez will cry a little bit. But seriously, I think I'll go in there and have a look around. There might be a spell book in there.
Okay. You and Barney will both need to go for light reasons because there's no light in there. There is in the hallway.
Yeah, I'll go with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So give me. No, I'll do it for you. You begin rummaging around the room, looking for anything that may be of value. You found a couple of pages about, maybe an earth elemental, and they're discussing the construction of something, but you're not sure what it is because it's only one page. But as you're rummaging around, you find underneath one of the bookshelves that has been pushed over. There is a small kind of book that's kind of been pressed between the layers. What do they call it? The shelves. That's what it is. The shelves kind of fell on top of it, and apparently nobody saw it. And it looks like it has an arcane marking on it.
I squeal with glee and grab the book. I'm gonna have a close look at.
It looks to be of a standard make of traveling spellbook, but so it's kind of small. It's not big as the normal ones. Doesn't look damaged in any way, and the marking is some kind of mark of, like, you have your own kind of mark that indicates it's yours, that sort of thing. It's someone or something's mark that you're not sure who it is.
Okay.
You want to open it?
Yeah, I'll open it. And get blasted in the face with some kind of glyph or something.
Yeah, that splat now represents where you were.
In my brains. Yeah.
Let's see if I have easy access to this. guess I'll have to use my book. All right, so you open it up. Give me a...
Sorry, you cut off there.
Give me a D10 and a
D10.
D6.
A D10 and a D6.
Yes.
Open or in the tower?
Open. Just tell me what they are, because I'm not actually looking at Fantasy Grounds right now.
Very good. Looks like a 9. And a 6.
Okay. The book looks full.
Nice.
Is you're going to have to sit down and spend time, unless you have read magic already memorized. But
Of course I don't.
you're going to need to sit down and spend some time and flip through the book and kind of do your own decipher and figure out what's in there. But it looks like you have a book with 9 first level spells and 6 second level spells.
Ooh, holy shit. All right. Maybe there's a control earth elemental in here or something.
Maybe a second level version of it would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah, let's, you know.